Alright, light up this. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to keep the episodes 30 minutes. So I'm gonna probably, like, when I see I'm about to hit that 30-minute mark, I'll probably do something that's just simple that I can use as a marker. So this is Johnny, or at least that's what I like to call him. He kind of just wanders about near us with a torch. Just not sure why. He just seems really content about following us, or at least trying to follow us. There he goes. So right here is where you normally would meet look at you for the first time in this version of the game. But she'll remember me since I met her in the other area.
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation?
Lots of things.
Ah, yes. I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you.
And she gives us a free effigy.
Of course, I've no idea what it is.
Something useful, that's for sure.
Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself with two things: my sword and my loyalty to my lord. I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here to... Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true. I can only hope that they are.
So right there, she takes off her mask because, like us, she is also a hollow. Hold on, let me get on this side. And she's already kind of in the process. Her left eye, or basically about half her face at this point, is hollowed up. Our character, of course, just has two states, either hollowed, and human. Granted, our hollowing is not as extreme. And for an explanation of what hollowing even means, it's the more you die, the more you lose your sanity, basically, in this universe. And once you lose it all, you just become like all those guys that try to kill us. They just mindlessly try to kill people to gain more souls. Alright, if I had a headshot, I actually killed them in one shot. I should try to do that more often. Is there another one of you guys in here? No. I do remember there being a guy like here though. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna light our torch here again. And start lighting some more of these so we can keep marking our way. Steve here unfortunately cannot help us in this endeavor. He just kind of carries the torch around and that's it. Well, he's good company, you know? Hello? Iron arrow. No, don't hurt Steve. So you might have noticed he threw something. That was not a bomb. That was an oil flask. And if I happen to have a torch on me, that will make me blow up and do a lot of damage. So that's why I just took care of him right now. Or if I get hit by a fire after I've been oiled up. Anyways, here's the main purpose for the fire. So these guys right here, they're scared of the fire. They don't attack you unless you're in darkness. Fortunately, I can't knock them off, so we're gonna have to kill them the slow way. Stop staring at me, Steve. No, I accidentally killed Steve. Rip. What gave me his torch? Okay, his torch lives on in my inventory. Memory of Steve. Hello? So yeah, like always, the golden rule, one at a time. You can't always do it though, I will say that. Sometimes you're forced to take on more than one person at a time, but when you can, just try to always take one at a time. Hello, ninja guy. Unfortunately, he didn't drop it. So. See you later, boy. I believe I can also get this guy right here. Oop, that was a little off. Still off. There we go. See you later. Just that guy right there. My aim is off today. There we go. We'll just grab his attention for a moment. Okay, we are low on magic, but we can deal. Nice, we can one-shot him. Yeah, there's more of these guys right here. But since we got our torch out, they're just gonna leave us alone. Over here we have another sneaky guy, but not sneaky enough. Oh, you want some action? Well, here you go. That's what you get. And there's this guy pretending to be dead again. Alright, and now we got the main shortcut and the only shortcut in this area. This bridge. Something important over here, or a person of importance. Hello.
I sense power. Very well. From this day, you shall be my new pupil. I am Carillion. Carillion of the Fold. Surely you've heard the name.
No.
Now, do not be afraid. Let us explore the limits of sorcery.
So this guy will only really talk to you if you have enough intelligence, which as a sorcerer, I do. But if you want him to go to Majula, you need to have enough intelligence for him to even pay attention to you. I do have a bit of souls, and he sells some spells. Particularly, he sells the heavy soul arrow and the great heavy soul arrow, which I'm gonna get. And I believe
Young pupil,
I have just enough with this. Actually, just that would have been enough by itself to get also this weapon. Not the weapon, spell.
young pupil.
Actually, I need to talk to him.
The forces of magic and souls lie dormant in this land. It is a fitting place to hone my sorceries. I suspect that I may even conjure up new spells here. Sorcery is yet a mystery even to me. Let us mature together, young pupil. Use scrolls to unleash the power of sorceries. But the power of each scroll is reliant on that of its owner. The untrained cannot wield a scroll to its proper potential. Never forget, young pupil, there are no shortcuts to mastery. The forces of magic...
Alright, so he's just repeating himself.
One day,
Alright, so we'll just put our torch out so we don't waste more time on it. We'll spend our other souls real quick and see if we can buy a couple extra spells from him. Alright, almost 4,500. Let's see, so I could get an extra copy of this, but I am gonna get this spell. This is a fun one. Shockwave could potentially be useful as well. So we need about 6,000 more souls to get the other useful spells out of him.
young pupil.
Alright. So for all intents and purposes, we pretty much cleared about, I would say at this point is 95 or just 90% of this area. Well, actually 90% is about accurate actually. There's a couple other areas we need to go in to get some items. Hello. So this guy right here.
Who are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you? With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
So this is Gothlan, the only NPC in the game that you can sell stuff to, which is actually really useful. Because it lets you get rid of excess items that you don't want, along with getting souls out of it. Because you can just drop stuff and never pick it up again, or just discard it and make it disappear forever. But selling it can be useful. Let's see. So we can even sell some items like this one, which is not something we want to sell right now. And he only says this.
Will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul. What you? With Gavlan, you will, you deal. Many deal, many thanks.
So here's a little shortcut. But the main thing we want to go for though is this doorway where the ninja dropped from. Okay, so here is a fragrant branch, which we're gonna use not in this area, but in the area after this. Also, if you listen closely right here, you're like this little twinkling sound. This wall, as you might notice, is a little different than the others. Just break it. And it was a Titanite's lizard. Or twinkling lizard. So we get a bunch of items here. Primarily it's just souls and some other stuff. The main thing here besides the lizard is this chest. Which has this ring. The Real Soldiers. Which increases your carrying capacity. I forget the percentage. But right now, based on that, about 10%? Actually, straight up 10% based on that. Yeah, 4.6 is 10% of 46. So yeah, 10%. And also, there's this. This skeleton, well, it's obviously not the same one, but there's always a message next to a skeleton that says something along these lines. Watch, this one also has a similar message, I bet. Yep. Okay, we'll use our remaining Great Soul Arrows to take care of some business over here in this building. And then we'll rest at the bonfire. And a lot of iron arrows. They didn't actually drop any of their armor, surprisingly. Wow, I whiffed that. Alright, here's where we're gonna use one of these. The Amber Herb will recover about a third of your spell uses for all your spells. So we're just going this way real quick to get this item up here. And there's one more place we need to visit before we could say we pretty much got everything. We'll bring our torch with us. Let's see. So 2 and 1. And then the rest we'll probably use later. So right there, you might have noticed my staff is at risk. So you might notice the bar right underneath my staff is almost empty. That means my weapon's about to break. Luckily, we do have one of these that restores durability. Hello. Oh. So 4 of these. Alright, one more. Alright. So here, we'll open up this chest. This one should have the great sword, which is a massive sword, but we're not going to use it, but I'll show it off in a moment. And just a heads up, this is a trap chest. Let's see if I get lucky or unlucky. Lucky. So the poison trap, it's annoying, but that's it. If I stayed in its range, I would have gotten poisoned, but other than that, it's pretty whatever. Alright. And we've gotten pretty much everything we possibly can. Let's see, actually, we should have enough of, how much is this one? 1,000. And this one's the 800 one? Yes, alright. So we reach our goal of 6,000 to buy the other spells from our boy Carillion.
Back already.
We are gonna buy that spell and this spell.
Young pupil.
Alright. Okay, so right here, we're actually gonna use an effigy. Rest of the bonfire. And hopefully we only need to use a couple of these. Actually, we can probably push this guy off by just smacking him a couple times. This guy, hopefully I got the aim right on. Right here. Yes, alright. And we'll make our way to the boss. This guy's just temporary. Shades are temporary summons. Just kind of handy for what I'm just trying to do right now. Just clear the way to the boss. Wake up, buddy. Oh, fine. Walk this way. Wow, alright. Yes, heal me. Yeah, so this guy's a useful summon. He actually is one of the few summons that can actually heal you. Alright, we don't need to bring enemies over here, Bradley. Let that guy kill. Let gravity kill him. We're gonna board the ship that we brought in after ringing that bell. I didn't really mention when I pulled that lever what it even did. So I brought this shit over. Where'd you come from? Bradley, take care of business, dude. Kill me, Bradley. Do it. Do it! Come on! Don't just stare at me. Heal me, please. Oh, fine. Alright. Alright, so we pretty much cleared the way to the boss. Now, we'll get rid of Bradley. We don't need him anymore. I could wait out his timer, but that's just a waste of time. So we'll just do this. See you later, Bradley. Thanks for the help. And we're gonna summon Lucatiel because we're trying to do her quest line. So for NPCs, the main requirement is talking to them when you find them around and summoning them for a boss fight. They have to survive the boss fight to trigger advancement on their quest, essentially. Luckily, Lucatiel is one of the tankier summons, so it's usually not a non-issue to get her to survive the fight, usually. But I might cleared the way to the boss, yes, so I don't have to worry about her losing health before we even get there. So here's boss number 3, the Flexel Sentry, who can be a little scary looking. He has clubs and scimitars. And Lucatiel's just kind of taking a beating, but she'll be fine. As you can see, she has a lot of health and she's been blocking most of the attacks. Alright, he's dead. You might be thinking, wow, magic's pretty cheesy, but it only works that way when you have somebody distracting. Otherwise, you have to be crafty with your spell usage and movement and stamina management. But right here, we'll open this chest. And unlike Dark Souls 1, where you can start with this item, here you get the Pyromancy Hand. Or Pyromancy Flame, but it's literally a fire hand. This lets you use fire spells and other miscellaneous spells. So I mentioned earlier that we went into the Bastille through the back way. This is the normal way you get there. Using this ship that just kind of goes on its own. We'll just skip that. It's just literally the ship just going through.